So very good morning to one and all. Yesterday we were seeing the overtaking side distance, right? So I had told you a lot of assumptions and yeah, what is the process happening here, right? So this is a two-lane, two-way road. So it's strictly restricted to two-lane, two-way road. And you can see vehicle A is a fast moving, vehicle B is a slow moving, and vehicle C is the one which is coming against the opposite direction. Then we had discussed the positions of A1 to A2, A2 to A3, B1 to B2, C1 to C2, right? So all these distances, corresponding distances also I have told you. And you know what is D1, D2 and D3, right? So now today what we are going to do is we are going to estimate or determine the components like D1, D2 and D3. Okay. So yeah. So first we'll see what is D1. So what did I tell you? What was D1 actually? D1 was the distance traveled by the overtaking vehicle A, correct? See here, you can see in the diagram, distance traveled by the overtaking vehicle or the fast moving vehicle A during the reaction time of the driver. That is before the overtaking operation, the distance traveled by this vehicle from A1 to A2, that is called as the distance D1. Okay, so now D1 will be what? Distance. You know, speed is equal to distance by time. So what will be distance? Speed times time. But only thing what you have to be carefully here is that which speed you will take and which time you will take. That is more important. Okay, so T will be as usual the reaction time of the driver. And hope you remember that when we were discussing about the stopping side distance, you remember, right? I had told you the reaction time of the driver for stopping side distance is 2.5 seconds. But for overtaking side distance, you are strictly you should follow the reaction time of the driver to be 2 seconds. Got it? So don't get confused. Note it down whichever points I'm stressing. Okay. Then what about your speed now? So you can see here from A1 to A2, right? So from the vehicle is moving from A1 to A2. So what is happening? I told you yesterday, right? B is a slow moving vehicle, correct? A is a fast moving vehicle. So the concept here is vehicle A is going to overtake the vehicle B. So what is happening? Initially, the vehicle A will will reduce its speed to that of the vehicle B. So like see, when initially A will be coming at a very high speed, but when he or she sees the vehicle ahead, that is whichever is a slow moving vehicle here, B, okay, what will be the tendency of A? It will also slow down, okay, because there is a vehicle ahead of him, correct or not? So that speed, that is the vehicle A speed will be reduced to the speed of vehicle B. So that was the major assumption we had discussed yesterday, correct? So our assumption will be vehicle A will reduce its speed to that of the vehicle B's speed. Okay, so therefore we'll be taking the speed of the vehicle B, that is V suffix B. Got it? So that is important. So see, everything is distance here, D1 and D2 and D3. Okay, it depends on which time you take and which speed you take. That is more important in this derivation. Okay, so that's why I said only if you understand the concept, you yourself can derive this. Okay, so I hope you understood now how we had found out D1. Okay, again I once more I'll just repeat it because it is a little bit, little bit, it may be confusing. So D1, you can see here it's a distance between when the vehicle A, that is a fast moving vehicle, is moving from the position A1 to A2. Okay, so what is happening? The driver is, as usual, he is driving his own vehicle. He is having his own reaction time. All these positions from A1 to A2, it is happening before the overtaking operation. Okay, so that's why we are seeing that's the reason we are taking the time to be the reaction time of the driver. It is not during the overtaking operation. He just comes when he reach position A2, like he sees the vehicle B ahead of him. Got it? And what happens when he sees the vehicle B1, B ahead of him? what happens? Immediately he is reducing his speed to that of vehicle B. So that's the reason I am taking the speed of vehicle B. Got it? Now speed, distance is speed times time. Accordingly, take the values. So always you should assume the reaction time of the reaction time of the driver for the overtaking side distance as 2 seconds and for stopping side distance as 2.5 seconds. Now we'll move on to the next component, D2. Okay, so D2, we'll see the diagram. So D2, when it is happening, you can see the positions from A2 to A3. That distance is D2. So now what is happening here actually? You can just think what is happening here. The vehicle A, he is trying to move to the adjacent lane slowly. You can see here, right? He is moving to the opposite lane. And what he is trying to do, he is overtaking the vehicle B. Okay. At that time itself, the vehicle C is coming from the other direction. So without collision, he have to reach to his original lane. Correct? That is position A3. Okay. So the entire overtaking operation is happening here in this distance D2. Okay, and I have told you S and B denotes the positions. Okay, just the spacings and the distances between the positions of the vehicles. Okay, so all these 1, 2, 3 stands for the position. So initially the vehicle B was in position B1, and from there it has moved to B2 during this overtaking time. So that distance is small b, and between A2 and B1 is small s. And all these, as I said, all these are the observations and assumptions in this analysis to derive the expression. That's it. Okay. So now you can see this is D2. Now we'll see how we are going to derive D2. So what is D2? From the diagram you can tell me it is S plus B plus S, which is equal to 2S plus B. Okay. Now this distance B we are going to find out. Okay. 1 second. Yeah. So this distance B, what is now? How will we find distance? What is the distance B here? It is from the it is vehicle B's positions, right? It's the distance between the position of B1 and B2. And I had already repeated also. Generally, they take from the front to front distance of the vehicle, or they take back to back. Okay, so that will, here they have taken front of the vehicle to the front of the vehicle, so that is distance B. Now how will we calculate this? Again, we know the distance is speed times time. Okay, distance, this is a distance, right, or spacing. So B is speed times time. So speed will be the vehicle B's speed. Okay, why? Because it is between the positions B1 and B2. So we are mainly here, the main focus is vehicle B. Okay, so when we are calculating the distance of B, we'll be taking the speed of vehicle B. And what will be the time? Because this vehicle B, it has moved from position B1 to B2 during this overtaking time. Correct? So the T here will be the overtaking time. Okay, capital T, which is denoted by capital T. So the distance B will be calculated as V. This is suffix B. Okay, here. So don't mistake. It's not V times B times T. You can see it is V suffix small b, which is the speed of the vehicle B, times the overtaking time. Overtaking time is the capital T. Got it? So now what we will do? So 2S plus B you will substitute here. Now S, what they have done is, S you can see here. What is S? You can see it is between the position A2 and B1 and B2 and A3, right? So S, what they have done is, see, it is purely empirical. So what do you mean by it is an empirical formula? You would have studied in different subjects, right? This is an empirical formula. So what is empirical formula? So based on multiple experiments and based on observations, based on conducting experiments, they derive, the researchers or the scientists, they conclude and come to a particular constant equation. Okay, standard equation, that is called as empirical equation. Got it? Based on their observation and based on their study, they have derived this expression for the spacing. So that is 0.7 VB plus 6 or plus L. You can take it as 6 itself. You study with the constants. So this you have to remember. So S is zero point 0.7 VB. It is speed of the overtaken vehicle. That is a slow moving vehicle. Okay. So V suffix small b plus 6. This you have to remember. So that will give me the distance d2. So d2 will be, so before going into the actual expression, so we will have to derive something. So now you understood d2 is s plus b plus s, and this distance b will be calculated as speed of the vehicle b times t. T is the overtaking time, because this position is of moving from b1 to b2 is happening in the overtaking time. Got it? As of now, you have understood, right? S, we are going to substitute. This is an empirical formula, 0.7 VB plus 6. It is in meters. All are distances, so it is in meters, and times are in seconds. Okay. Now, what is happening in the actual overtaking scenario here? Okay. So, as I said, the vehicle A is coming at a particular speed. Suddenly, he sees the vehicle B. What is happening to vehicle A now? It is reducing the speed such that both of the speed, that is vehicle A speed and vehicle B speed, are the same. That's what is happening, right? Now, after some time, what is happening? The driver, the driver of the vehicle A, he is thinking, okay, I have to overtake this vehicle B. Why? Because it is a slow moving vehicle. So what he does, he starts to accelerate and starts moving. He shifts to the opposite lane, and then what, he should make sure that he should also not collide with the vehicle coming from the other direction. Okay, and finally he overtakes the vehicle and then come back to the original lane. That is the position A3. Correct. So in this activity, in this overtaking operation, what is happening? uh, the acceleration is constant, correct? He's accelerating, and when he is moving here, the acceleration rate is constant. I mean, the acceleration is constant. Okay. And what is happening to the motion? The motion is in a straight line. Okay. So in this case, you would have studied in your physics, when the acceleration is constant and when the motion is of something of a body, if it is in straight line, then what do you apply? You apply equations of motion. Okay, you would have studied, right? V is equal to u plus at, u s is equal to ut plus half at square, then v square is equal to u square minus 2as. So all those formulas you have studied, right? So three equations of motions you have. So in this, what I'm going to apply is the second equation of motion. That is, when the body is moving in a straight line and when the acceleration is constant, I apply s is equal to ut plus half at square. Got it? So when I'm applying that equation, so I'm going to equate it with d2. So now I'll tell you, just imagine s is nothing but what? You have studied in your physics. That is the distance. U was what? Speed. T was time, right? And A is the acceleration. So same thing here, only thing I have changed it according to this scenario. Okay, so now what is happening in the overtaking operation? So this will be the overtaking time, right? During this operation, the time taken to overtake the vehicle B, that will be the overtaking time. So that will be capital T here. So instead of small t, I'm shifting it to capital T. What will be my speed? So initially, as I said, the vehicle is reduced to a, is reducing to its speed, to that of the speed of the vehicle B, correct? So the speed also will be taken here, will be, uh, I mean, speed of the overtaken vehicle. That will be V suffix B. Okay, so that is the change. Acceleration is as usual the same. Now what am I doing? So this is equivalent to ut plus half at square, right? So the t will be the overtaking time, v, and the speed will be the speed of the slow moving vehicle. Okay, so that's what we have seen here, right? Here all the speeds are related to the overtaken vehicle, even for the first distance also. Now we know dt is equal to, d2 is equal to 2s plus b, correct? In that, b is equal to vb times capital T. So I'm substituting entire thing and I'm bringing it this side. So I'm going to equate S is equal to ut plus half at square. That's it, right? S is d2 here. Okay, S is equal to ut plus half at square. My d2 I know 2s plus b. B is vb times t is equal to ut plus half at square. That is speed and time. I have changed it accordingly. Now what can I do? Can I cancel these common terms? Vb times t and vb times t. So I am just going to cancel this out. So what is remaining now? 2s is equal to half at square. Now what is happening? I want the expression for the overtaking time. So what I'm doing, I'm keeping the t square here as it is. I'm multiplying here, so it gives me 4s by a. So if I remove the square root, remove the square, then what happens? I want the expression for t, which gives me square root of 4s by a. This s will be the spacing, which we have seen here, right? 0.7 v suffix b plus 6. Got it? So this is the expression for, so t I have got. Now what am I doing now? This is the expression for t I have derived. Okay, that is the overtaking time. Now this t I'm going to substitute here. So 2s plus vb times t, right? Okay, so 2s plus vb times t. So this will be my equation for d2. Understood? So why I am equating this to the equation of motion is that because here during the overtaking operation, that is for distance d2, my acceleration is constant and my body, that is a vehicle, is moving in a straight line. Okay, so this is the expression for d2. Now coming to d3, d3 is very simple. So d3 is nothing but again it is speed by, what is speed? Distance by time, and distance is speed times time. So as I said, I'm repeating it again. All the d1, d2, d3 components are distances. So everything you know, it is speed times the time. Only thing matters is which t you select and which speed you take into account. Okay, so as I said, vehicle A will be coming at its own speed, but it will be forced to reduce to the speed of vehicle B. Got it? Now what is B? B is having its own, it is a slow moving vehicle, it is having its own speed, small v suffix B. Okay, what about C? C is having a design speed, that is C is not at all bothered of any of this operation. The vehicle C, the driver of the vehicle C is coming at its own design speed. Okay, so that design speed will be taken as small v or capital V accordingly. What did I tell for small v? Here everything I have derived in the, I think it is in the form of small v. So small v, I have told you, if I'm using small v, that means the speed is in meter per second. If it is capital V, I am using it in kilometer per hour. I'm repeating once again just for your understanding. Okay. So now here D3 I wanted to calculate, that is speed times capital T. Why? Because here overtaking operation is happening, at the same time the vehicle C is coming from the opposite direction, right? So this vehicle A has to overtake vehicle B without colliding with vehicle C. That was our concept. So what is happening now? C is coming from C, moving from C1 to C2. So that distance is D3. So speed of this vehicle will be taken as, that is the design speed, which is taken as small v or capital V. And the time will be, it won't be the reaction time, because during the overtaking operation the vehicle C is coming from the opposite direction, therefore the time taken will be the overtaking time. Got it? That's all the difference. So now OSD will be calculated as D1 plus D2 plus D3. So what was D1? 2 times VB or T times VB, right? So T is reaction time here, strictly 2 seconds. Okay. And D2, you know, we have seen here VB times T plus 2S. This is S. Then D3 is V times T. So OSD will be VB times T plus 2S plus VB times T, that is 2S plus B, correct? Plus VT. That's what is the expression for OSD. That is the overtaking sight distance. Understood? Now, very, very important point to be noted. That is nothing but sometimes they just give the design speed. Okay, they say design speed is given, all other data assume it as it is. Okay, whatever you know, you should assume as per IRC. So what will you do? In that case, Design speed means which is the speed given to you, the speed of the vehicle C. But you do not know the speed of vehicle A and B. So how will you calculate V suffix B? V suffix B should be calculated as the design speed, as I told you. For example, they are giving design speed as 80 kilometer per hour. Okay. Suppose if they are giving it as 80 kilometer per hour, speed of the overtaken vehicle, that is a slow moving vehicle, that speed is VB, right? V suffix B. So that you will take it as, suppose if it is in kilometer per hour, directly subtract. As I told, if the design speed, for example, let it be 80 kilometer per hour. So your capital V suffix small b will be 80 minus 16 kilometer per hour. Otherwise, what will you do? Suppose if it is in some 30 meter per second. Otherwise, sometimes you may convert also and do, right? So suppose if it is in meter per second, what will you do? It will be 30 minus 4.5 meter per second. Okay. So again, I'm repeating. So there may be so for SSD, I mean stopping side distance, as well as for overtaking side distance, there are two formulas. Okay, so the one formula will be in meter per second when speed is in meter per second, other will be in kilometer per hour. As I told, strictly follow any one of the formula, that will be fine. Study any one formula either in kilometer per hour or meter per second. Accordingly, you can convert here and substitute. Got it? Okay, so that's what it is meant here. Suppose if the speed of the vehicle B, it is not given, you have to subtract from the design speed. Okay, accordingly, if it is in kilometer per hour, minus 16. If it is in meter per second, minus 4.5. It's very, very important. Clear? Now, coming to OSD. So we have already seen this. I don't want to discuss that again. It's the sum of all the distances. Okay. So as I said, so what was the first assumption when I was discussing this concept? This overtaking side distance is strictly, yeah, it is strictly restricted to a two-way traffic. Okay. So that means it is D1 plus D2 plus D3. But what happens in the case of a divided highways? On divided highways means it divided highways. Okay, it is on divide highways. It's given. It is divided highways. What is divided highways? I have told you when we were discussing the cross-sectional elements. What is divided highways? Median. It is a median. So when median is there, what is happening? You yourself think, is there a necessary to? I mean, is there a necessity to overtake? No, because you don't have to bother about the, you will overtake, that is fine, you will overtake, but do you have to really bother about the vehicle which is coming from the opposite direction? No. So that means what will happen to the overtaking distance? It will be D1 plus D2. D3 will not come into account if it is a divided highway. Got it? See here, you can read here. On divided highways and on roads with one-way traffic regulation, okay, the overtaking side distance will be D1 plus D2, as no vehicle is expected from the opposite direction. Understood? So in that case, your overtaking side distance will be D1 plus D2. So accordingly, read the question and apply the formula. Okay. So here I have just given the, yeah, just for your understanding. So VB, you can see here, V suffix B is the speed of the slow moving vehicle. Okay. You know which is the slow moving vehicle, that is vehicle B. Correct? Then yeah, and it is V minus 16 or V minus 4.5 accordingly if it is not given. Small t is the reaction time of the driver. This also we have discussed in detail. What is reaction time? We have learned the PIEV theory, right? Then capital T is the time of the overtaking operation. Okay, that is the time required for the vehicle A to overtake vehicle B and come back to its original lane. Okay, you can see here. That is overtaking time. Okay, then you have length. So this, as I told you, it's length of the wheelbase. Generally, they have derived it empirically. You can study it, the spacing formula as 0.7 VB plus 6. Study as it is. Okay, that is the spacing. Okay, and sometimes what they do is, you can see the table I have given here. In case if they don't give any acceleration, maybe you can study some values. Okay, so mostly what they'll give is either 80 or 100. Design speed, whatever they'll given the question will be either 80 or 100, not below that. Maybe 65 is very rare case, so maybe you can just have an idea in which range the acceleration come into picture. Okay, suppose if they are not giving the data. Got it? So you can see here, yeah, this is a sign, I mean signboard, which is showing there is overtaking lane which is 300 meters ahead. You can overtake there. Okay, and this is the symbol for like you shouldn't overtake in this particular road stretch. Okay, non overtaking. And then, yeah, coming to the overtaking zone, that is very, very, very important. So overtaking zones, if I tell, so some road stretches, you will not, the driver will not be able to overtake in the form of the, that is, he will not have the sufficient side distance to overtake another vehicle ahead of him. Okay, so in such cases, what they will do is, for selected road stretches, what they'll do is they'll provide something called as this overtaking zones. So, what will be this overtaking zones is nothing but they are going to widen the road and some portion for only for some stretch and for some, I mean, at least like what to say, only for a certain stretch of the road, they'll just widen the roads on either side. You can see here, right? This was the initial road. They had widened it on both the sides. Okay. So, for what purpose they had widened it? They it is for this overtaking operation, because in that stretch there may not be like there may not be any sufficient what to say, in that stretch maybe it is not possible for the driver to overtake. So what they do at selected zones, they provide this, oh I mean at selected road stretches they provide this overtaking zones. So overtaking zones are generally provided by widening the roads on either side. Okay, so what can happen, what is happening, what can happen is that the driver, when he comes to this overtaking zone, he can overtake in this. Suppose if there is a slow moving vehicle moving here, okay, and if there is a fast moving vehicle coming at the back of him, then he can the driver can overtake in this particular zone. So that is called as this overtaking zone. Understood? Now, you can see something written here, right? So S1, you can see this is overtaking side distance, something and all is written. So I'll tell you what it is. So imagine the driver, you are driving your vehicle and you're coming here, okay? So there will be a signboard. We have seen signboards here, like here. So similarly, there will be some signboards showing that they'll tell that okay, there is a overtaking zone is going to begin ahead. Okay, so that is a signpost telling the driver, informing the driver that there is a overtaking zone ahead, so such that he can overtake when he is coming to that particular zone. Okay, then you can see in the inside this overtaking zone there is another signpost. What does that says? It says that is the overtaking zone is going to end. Okay, so the driver must be very careful. So within the zone, he must be able to do the overtaking operation. Now you can see the distances between the signboard to this widening will be the overtaking distance, and you have something called as the minimum length of the overtaking zone. Okay, so you should know, right, what at least what must be the length of this zone provided. That will be minimum, at least it should have minimum length, right? Minimum length will be taken as three times the actual overtaking distance, and the desirable or the maximum length will be 5 times the actual overtaking distance. So that is what it is shown here. So the length of this overtaking zone, it is shown on both the sides, right? It is 3 to 5 times the actual overtaking side distance. Is it clear? So this is what is called as the overtaking zone. So whenever the driver cannot overtake in some road stretches, such zones will be provided such that the driver can do the overtaking maneuvering in this particular zones, which is called as the overtaking zones. Is that clear? Okay. So now we will move on to the numericals. So, yes, we'll move on to the overtaking numericals. Okay, so I hope all of you can read this, right? You are able to see the screen, right? You can share this, you can see the screen, right? So I'm going to read the question, okay? So the speeds of the overtaking and the overtaken vehicle. So what does that mean? Overtaking vehicle will be the fast moving vehicle. Overtaken vehicle will be the slow moving vehicle. Are 70 and 40 kilometer respectively on a two-way traffic road. The average acceleration during the overtaking may be assumed as 0.99 meter per second square. What is asked now? Calculate. First of all, you are asked to calculate the safe OSD, that is actual overtaking side distance. Okay, so I have written it in a short form here. OSD means overtaking side distance. Second is you are asked to calculate what will be the minimum length of the overtaking zone. Third is you are expected to draw a neat sketch of the overtaking zone and show the positions of the signposts. Got it? So now what is the given data? Your given data is only two speeds they are given and acceleration. So overtaking and overtaken vehicles speed they are given, right? So that is V, capital V. So here they are given it in kilometer per hour. So I have what I have done. I have told you capital V wherever I am using that will be in kilometer per hour. And if I am converting to meter per second, it will be in small letters. Okay. So make sure that. And what will be the overtaken vehicle speed? That will be capital V suffix B. Okay. Vehicle B's speed. So here I have converted to meter per second. Acceleration is also given. It is in meter per second square. So what is our OSD formula now? D1 plus D2 plus D3, correct? D1 was VB times T, correct? Reaction time of the driver. It is not given to you in this question. What you have to do? Assume 2 seconds. And again, I'm stressing when you're going to assume something right there. I am going not like I am going to assume. Assuming T is equal to 2 seconds. You are expected to write the assumed value always. Got it? What is D2? It is VB times capital T plus 2S. That is B plus 2S. Remember? So VB, so yeah, we'll come to that. It is B plus 2S. B is VB times capital T. Then finally, the distance D3 is V times capital T. V is the design speed. Clear? Now, yeah. Now we are going to find out each component. So first we'll start with S. S is zero point 0.7 VB plus 6. So what is VB? Everything I have calculated here, okay? So V, capital V, that is a design speed, 19.4 meter per second. And VB is 11.1 meter per second. So accordingly, substitute, find the value of S. Okay? And S is in meters because it is spacing. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to find capital T, that is square root of 4s by A. A, you know, acceleration 0.99. S you have already calculated 13.8 meters. Okay, capital T is 7.4 seconds. I have got it as 7.47 seconds. Now I guess I have all the components, right? S and T is the one which you have to find out. All other details are here. Substitute, that's it. Substitute in the actual formula. VB is here, 11.1 times 2 plus VB times T again. 11.1 times overtaking time you had found out 7.7 plus what is V design speed? Oh, this is 2S. Okay, plus 2 times 13.8 plus what is V? V is 19.4 times again the overtaking time. So now what is OSD? OSD is, I have got it as 277.6, which I've rounded off it to 278 meters. Is it clear? So that is done. Now what was the second question asked to you? Minimum length of the overtaking zone, right? So I have told you it's just the formula. Minimum length of the overtaking zone will be 3 times OSD. 3 times the value 278. Okay, desirable length of the overtaking zone will be 5 times the OSD. Got it? So see, if I want to stress here, I'll just tell you, it's just formulas. In this module, for each cross-sectional element of the highway geometry, you will have a different, I mean, for each cross-sectional element, you'll be having the design, right? So for each of the cases, it's just the matter of formula. Understand the formula, what are the values, substitute, get the answer. That's it. It's just playing with formulas. Okay, so write down, maybe you can just make a note of it, all the things which I have stressed. Okay, so accordingly, so it is actually a very easy module. It is just formula and we are going to substitute it there. Okay, now, so we have calculated the minimum length of the overtaking zone and the desirable length of the overtaking zone, right? Now what is asked in the third question? We are expected to draw the overtaking zone. So that's what I have drawn here. You can see this is the actual road. In the overtaking zone, what happens? The roads are widened, right? And this is the signpost. From signpost to the overtaking zone, start of the overtaking zone, it will be the actual overtaking distance. And from there, it will be, yeah, you can see here. This is 834 to 1390 meters. That is the minimum to this maximum desirable length of the overtaking zone. This is how you should represent it by a diagram. Clear?